Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2018 Nor'easter Awards. My name is, let's go. There we go. My name is Keith Tebow. I'm proud to be a member of the Northeast region of the Alliance for Community Media Board of Directors, and I'm also its representative on the ACM National Board, so I'm pleased to be here today. One of the things that's interesting is this is actually our 20th awards ceremony. How many of you were here all 20? I'm sure there's a few of you in the room, right? Yeah. We have been pleased to be able to celebrate the work that you all do in your communities and sharing the information and the entertainment that you do and the news for your local communities. Before we get started, I do have a few thank yous for today. First of all, I'd like to thank our Video Festival Committee, our co-chairs Karen Hayden and Jim Palmer. Raise your hands. Karen over here, Jim over here. Also, the rest of the committee, Helen Chattel, Peter Pajone, and Tammy Riley. I know Tammy's here. Also, our Special Awards Committee, we'll be hearing from our Special Awards winners a little bit later on. Our Chair, Barbara Chisholm. Also with Erica Jones, Steve Mindera, and Peter Pajone. And Erica is here, our Chair of the Northeast region. How many of you happened to be here for our conference over the past couple days? Did you enjoy yourself? Good. Good. Last but not least, I do want to thank our hosts, Zeb Schmidt and Open Stage Media, and of course Proctor's, the Proctor's Theater, where we are located today. They did a fantastic job helping to organize this conference. Please, a big round of applause. Zeb is controlling our video today. Our first category this afternoon is Arts and Theater. In the Budget 1 category, our third place winner, The Making of Marblehead Little Theater 1776, John Caswell, Marblehead Community Access and Media. Second place, Cooking with Scuttle, Ryan J. Scott, Catamount Access Television. And our first place winner, Mono, Steve Dunning, Jeff Linebeck, Greater North Shear Access Television.
One woman has nothing out of place as she slides into our living rooms. The other can't control her face. The past is in it, and something cheap insists on the wrong expensive gowns. Unnerving, though, nothing out of place. We know no one is quite that chaste. Always near the palace are the ruins. The other can't control her face, yet it's so hard for us to embrace her. Even broken-laced and fallen.
Thank you for this award. I do a poetry show that where I do a voiceover, so I don't have to stand in front of people and talk. But I just want to thank everyone from GNET for being here and for providing an environment where producers like me can go in and focus and create new work. Thank you.
I'm his agent, and I'm up here because, and I'm just wanting to let you know, please watch me carefully because I'm not allowed to drop these awards like I have done in the past. Thank you.
In the category of Arts and Theater, including Comedy and Drama, the Budget 2 category, in third place, Inside Arts Barnstable, David Lewis, Chris Letta, Sarah Beal, and Melissa Chartrand, Town of Barnstable. Second place, The Streets, Norman Lamb, William Chewing, and Will Hugh. And our first place winner, Blank My Life, Alexandra Spieth.
You like it here?
I hate it. All I want is a date for the middle school dance, but I don't like any of the boys.
Well, what about me?
I can't take you. You're a child molester.
Oh, damn. I always show my hand.
Nice try, mister.
Marbles. Feel free to call me that.
Well, Mr. Marbles, I need to find a boy roughly my age who doesn't have a criminal record.
Well, that's fair. Want to ride in my tractor? I've got candy in there.
Mr. Marbles, you're doing it again.
Oh, you got me.
Our next category is Children and Youth. In the Budget 1 division, third place, Marblehead Youth News. Kids and Parents of MYN, Marblehead Community Access and Media. Second place, Fairy Tale Access, 20 Cool Facts with Camilla. Denise Marie McIntosh and Camilla, Access Nashua, Nashua Community Television. And our first place winner, My School is Getting Bigger, Part 2, Julie Manugian, Bedford TV.
So, did you celebrate the 4th of July?
Well, why would you ask that?
Because it looks like you lit off a lot of fireworks in here.
Well, this area behind me, I don't know if the people at home will even recognize it, but this is the main staircase. And it's missing right now. We don't actually have a staircase here. But we are going to be widening the staircase, which is going to help there be less congestion on the stairs for the kids. So the final look is going to be awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Now, you probably never thought you'd see any dirt in our library either, did you?
No.
Yeah, so we're actually going to take out a corner of our library to actually widen the staircase.
Oh, that explains why so much of it is gone.
Yes, exactly.
Children and Youth, Budget 2 category. Third place winner, 2017 Chat with Santa, Michael Maloof, Norwood Community Media. Second place, Cambridge Kids Know How to Recycle, Sean Effel, Seth Meyer, and Susan Fleischman. And our first place winner, Learning Adventures, Kid Entrepreneurship, Branzies Stanley.
Hey there, I'm Brandeis.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we're going to tell you about one of the coolest words in the world.
Oh, what's that, Miss Brandeis?
Well, the word is entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, huh?
Entrepreneur.
What's that?
Well, an entrepreneur, Elsie, is someone who starts a business and takes on risk in order to make money.
Oh, okay, an entrepreneur.
Yeah, great job, Elsie.
I've always wanted to start my own business. Is that something I can do as a kid?
Absolutely, and it just so happens that I have my own business, so I
Ooh.
was thinking maybe you could help me tell everybody how they can start their own business too.
Yay!
Our next category is Community Impact in our Budget 1 division. Third place, FHS Student Walkout, Matthew Noah, FEC TV. Second place, Concord, New Hampshire Trail Passport, Mike O'Meara, Concord TV. And our first place winner, When Domestic Violence Hits Home, Dima's Story, Michael L. Hendricks Sr., Dima Hendricks, Public Praise Media, LLC.
Every time I think about my mother, it puts a smile on my face. She was very important to me, of course, because she gave birth to me, but she was the person that brought me to faith, to believe in God. I grew up Catholic, and she made sure I went to Mass, and she made sure I went to CCD class, First Holy Communion, all of that. But it was there I fell in love with Christ in such a different way.
Hey, everybody. Definitely want to thank Jesus, because I'm black and I'm supposed to thank Jesus for every award I win. And I have to thank my wonderful wife. She couldn't be here today. She's at a women's conference. For her bravery to talk about such a difficult and delicate issue of domestic violence. It wasn't easy for her to talk about that topic, but it literally saves people's lives to talk about that topic. We showed this video at a community college in Brockton, Mass, and when they were talking about during Domestic Violence Month, and one lady pulled my wife to the side and said, I was thinking about killing myself. And because of she watching the video and hearing about her story, that she actually said, I don't want to leave my kids in that situation by themselves. So she actually sought out help because of that story, because of her bravery. So really wanted to appreciate her for doing that. I produce my show at Stoughton Media Access, so I gotta say thank you to all the people at Stoughton Media. That's Mike Hammond, Dave Young, Jeff Pickett. Thank you very much. To Moy Gregory and my two wonderful kids. Thank you very much for this opportunity. For like 4 years, I've been getting second place. I finally got first place, so that's why I drove all the way down here, because I'm happy, and thank you much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Next up is Community Impact Budget 2 category. Third place, Girls Can Do Anything, Boys and Girls Club of Stoneham and Wakefield, Stoneham TV. Second place, The Big Fix, Deborah Rogers, Falmouth Community Television. And our first place winner, the Haven from Hunger and Citizens Inn Coming Together, Desiree McMahon and Ava Ludwig, Peabody TV.
The Haven is more about building community than it is about distributing food. It's an incredible point of entry for folks to be part of a larger community. We give away a lot of food, but we also answer a lot of questions, and we also have the opportunity to build relationships with families who live in the three communities, Peabody, Salem, and Linfield. It's more than just handing out food. It's a really warm place for folks to be.
Citizens Inn are really working on breaking the barriers of instability in families' lives so that it's not just a repeat occurrence for them, but something that we work on to break down all of the core issues that are facing families.
So I told Keith and Karen that since I'm coming up here many times today, I'll just get it all done in one shot so that we're all set. So, you know, the Citizens Inn, Haven from Hunger, two great organizations that came together. Been doing some great work in the community. So on behalf of all the staff at Peabody TV, the board, our volunteers, our members, our high school work study students, just to thank you for this and what's next to come for us. So let's go.
Our next category is Diversity and Empowerment in our Budget 1 division. Third place, Yes We Can, In the Know About Disability, Jim Bagan, Deb Blood, Methuen Community Television. Second place, celebrating the 5 days of Diwali in Bedford, Julie Manugian, Bedford TV. And our first place winner, Mono, Steve Dunning, Jeff Linebeck, Greater Northshire Access Television.
Thrown on the carpet with your legs awry, broken, scalped, microwaved, a receptacle of love. You make me think the soul is larger than the body. He lay like that the last time I saw him, inhaling powder through a straw. Studies show monkeys prefer it to the food in their cages. This happens even when the monkeys are starving. You are all darkness, he used to say, and I am light.
There was nothing wrong with the projector. It was supposed to be off to the side like that. The title of this entry for this category was Poems of the Gay Experience, Then and Now. And what you saw was a poem called Doll by Henry Cole, and it was preceded by a very powerful poem called Bob Ward, 1955. Two men with very different experiences because of their times. Thank you for this award.
Diversity and Empowerment in our Budget 2 category. Third place, ArcWorks Community Arts Center Artist Reception at Breaking Grounds, Renee Gannon, Peabody TV. Second place, Ask the City, Disabilities Commission, Shauna Fell, Susan Fleischman, and Jordy Brazo, Cambridge Community Television. And our first place winner, Worcester Mobility Walk, Judith A. Warren and Jessica E. Jake, City of Worcester Cable Services Division, Worcester Government Television.
Wheelchairs come in two basic configurations, either electric or manual. All wheelchairs, regardless, though, will have the same basic components. You'll have a back and a seat that are normally made of some type of fabric, followed by large rear wheels small front wheel casters. Chairs may or may not have side rails and footrests. By and large, a wheelchair is really custom fitted to the individual user's needs, body size, and ability.
Thank you so much for this award. We work really closely with the disability community in the City of Worcester and the Office of Disabilities. And this video was made in order to get community members ready to actually traverse roads in Worcester, sidewalks in Worcester with wheelchairs, so they could get the experience of what it's like to be in a wheelchair as they are trying to get around the city, and to bring important information to the city officials of how the sidewalks in the city need to be improved. And so we are happy to help the disability community get that message across. So thank you so much.
Our next category is documentary. In the Budget 1 division, third place, Larry, foster kids advocate, Tom Graduates, Fran Graduates, and Michelle Houle, Methuen Community Television. Second place, you're welcome, Karen. What We Have in Its Place, Bob Klawacki, Town of Exeter, New Hampshire. And in first place, Julie Giles, Oxen Teamster, Patrick Bonsant and David Blaze, Saco River Community Television.
You let them stand in the stalls, they don't like it. They don't like it at all. They do good, they mind. I have to make them mind because I'm here in the barn by myself. They know my body language better than most people do. They'll know if I come in here from having a bad day just by the tone of my voice, and they'll jump to get out of my way. It's scary sometimes that they're in tune. But this is my relief valve. I'm not out carousing or anything. I'm right here, and I owe my health to these animals because they keep me going. I'm not ashamed to say I'm 65, and I love what I do, both at work and at home.
Julie and I got off to a rough start. I had to call her town, and she happens to be the treasurer for one of our consortium members, and their franchise fee check was $2,000 short. And she made it very clear that she didn't want to talk to me. So it's kind of a miracle that we got together, but I mentioned her name after hanging up from this not so pleasant call, and my treasurer said, well, that's one of my best friends. You ought to do a segment about her. And I'm glad we did. Thank you.
Category Budget 2 division. Third place, Tides of Tomorrow, Creating a Culture of Aquatic Sustainability. Erica Christensen, Ben Alexander, Zach Dolan, and students of the 2017 PAC TV Summer Documentary, Plymouth Area Community Television. Second place, Peace Out, Diane Steimel and Chelmsford Telemedia. And first place, Masculine Us, Sheba Legend.
At birth, I identified as female. I was born biologically female. And now I identify as trans male. Growing up, nothing, I wasn't the one, who got raped or treated bad by a man in a bad relationship. My father was there all my life. He grew up in my life all the way, until I was 24 years old. I've been in a relationship, with men before. They've never done me wrong. But that's not, the reason why, I'm going through with this transition. I was not played, I was not abused, I was not, sexually, assaulted, none of that.
Next category is historical documentary in the Budget 1 division, third place. A Weekend to Remember, Robert J. Blank and Robert Blank, Newington Community Television Incorporated. Second place, All Gave Some, an oral history of the Vietnam War. Kimball Library, Atkinson, New Hampshire, Timber Lane Regional School District. And our first place winner, Sunderland Story Seconds, the Sunderland Bridge. Jonathan Boshin, Chris Collins, and Thomas Zimowski, Frontier Community Access Television.
The Sunderland Bridge is a well-known, frequently traveled landmark linking Sunderland and neighboring South Deerfield. This magnificent Art Deco span was designed and built by the C.G. Maney Company in 1938 for $900,000, a project paid for by President Roosevelt's Works Progress Administration. This was not the first bridge built in this location. It was actually the 10th. The bridge's history dates back to 1812, when the first version was built by the Sunderland Bridge Corporation. It was not nearly as aesthetically beautiful or engineered as sturdily as its successors. It was actually a crudely built wooden structure, which was a little too close to the water.
These are very pretty looking. It wouldn't have been possible without the support from my boss, Chris Collins, our board member, Tom Samnowski, who came up with the idea, and my filmmaking skills. So I think this will be a very pretty addition to our studio.
Historical Documentary Budget 2 category, third place, Robert Bobby Watkins Profile, Suzanne Richard, New Bedford Cable Network. Second place, The Story of Memorial Grove, Tori DeVazio, James Joyce, Wellesley Community Media Corporation. And our first place winner, Exile and Community, The Life of Carola Domar, Susan Ryder and Sam Kruger, CCTV Incorporated.
Being pointed out, you are different, touched me wherever I went. I have to say how lucky I am to be here. We lived in a non-Jewish neighborhood. In school, too, there were not many Jewish children. It was completely integrated.
Next category is Instructional and Training. Budget 1 Division, third place, Smart Boating, 174, Sailboat Building, Paul Germain. Second place, Holbrook Middle High School Drop-Off Instructional Video, Zachary Gorman, Jenna Gagney, Dylan Carroll Brown, Holbrook Community Access and Media. And in first place, Express Yourself Episode 1, Mary Simmons, Terry Newman, and Trevor Dillman, Southborough Access Media, Sam.
The first part we are going to do is the top part of the sky and work our way down. You see here it has a medium blue, and then it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. This is an ombre effect. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. The plate's pretty small, and I have ways to do our mixing and blending mostly on the canvas. I have tricks that I'll show you. First thing we're going to do is what I call the double load. We've got one side in blue. I'm touching the whole side. Don't be cheap with the paint. Get one whole side nice and covered. Flip it over, and the other side in white. So you have a double-sided brush.
Instructional and Training, Budget 2 Division, third place, Bennington Made, Madison Brewing Company, Mike Cutler, William Gardner, and Matt Harrington, Catamount Access Television. Second place, The Buzz Around Bees, Richard Rosen, Kevin Tochi, Whitman Hanson Community Access. And our first place winner, Peabody Access to Justice, Gus Maggiota and Sarah Dunn, Peabody TV.
According to Massachusetts criminal law, wanton destruction of property is a serious crime, meaning that an act was done on purpose. Someone acts wantonly when they intend to commit the act, but disregard the possibility for these harmful consequences.
In this type of criminal case, the Commonwealth must prove that the defendant's actions went beyond mere carelessness and amounted to wanton conduct. The defendant must have intended his or her act, in the sense that it did not happen accidentally.
A more serious crime is malicious destruction of property. This involves an act done with malice or done out of cruelty, hostility, or revenge. To act with malice, one must not act only deliberately, but out of cruelty, hostility, or revenge toward another.
So now Barbara's asking me to come up for another speech, so just real quick, this was a partnership between the Peabody District Court and our office, and we did a series of these videos They're all available on our YouTube channel. Feel free to check them out. Thanks again.
Next up, issues and the political process. Budget 1 category. Third place, Faith Forum, Drug Awareness and Prevention, Peter Pajon, Wolfboro Community Television. Second place, up for discussion, Ed Bell, Vicky Stavemaker, and Joan Galobe, Marblehead Community Access and Media. And first place, marijuana articles fail the 2/3 test in Brewster, Teresa Martin, Lower Cape Community Access Television.
Brewster Town Meeting voters rejected a article for a moratorium on recreational marijuana facilities, and then also turned down a article that would have banned recreation marijuana facilities in town.
Article 10, a complete ban similar to the one that Falmouth voted for, and Article 11, a moratorium similar to the one Eastham, Orleans, and Nantucket voters supported.
All those opposed to the motion to ban marijuana establishments, please raise your Brewster voter card.
Both failed to garner the needed 2/3 majority, leaving the town of Brewster with the state's default licensing process and timeline.
Issues and political process, Budget 2 category. Third place, Press Pass, Andrew McKeever, Greater Northshire Access Television. Second place, Wilmington Candidates Night, Sean Neville, Adam Dusenberry, Wilmington Community Television. And our first place winner, Election Day Behind the Scenes, Judith A. Warren, Jessica E. Jakes, City of Worcester Cable Services Division, Worcester Government Television.
Now crunch time. Days before the election, every polling location must be set up. This is a joint effort between the Assistant City Clerk Nico Vangeli and the Public Works Department.
Scott and his crew are setting up the location, and we'll go from there.
Delivering equipment, moving furniture, setting up tables and voting booths, none of this would be possible without Worcester DPW.
We make sure everything is planned out.
Thank you again that we made this video in collaboration with the City Clerk's Office of Elections. And the point of this video was to make sure that everybody in Worcester felt safe and comfortable when they would go to their polling location. So we really wanted to show a video that got names and faces to the poll workers and to the election process so that it wouldn't be so intimidating to a lot of the residents that we serve in Worcester. So go vote. Thank you.
Event coverage is next on our agenda, speaking of voting and politics. On our Division Budget 1, third place, Halloween Salem 2017, Matt Bujo, BevCam. Second place, Glover's Marblehead Regiment Summer Encampment 2017, John Caswell, James Maroney, and Joan Galaboy, Marblehead Community Access and Media. And first place, Ipswich Electric Car Show, Beth Meyer, ACM, Ipswich, Massachusetts.
Hello there. I am with the organizer of this electric vehicle show, Carolyn Britt, and she's associated with iCare here in Ipswich, Massachusetts, and kind of you're the driving force behind all of this, really. You set this all up.
Well, I saw a similar show in Concord, Massachusetts.
Oh,
last
okay,
fall,
yeah.
where they actually have an electric school bus, but it was very useful to people because there was a great deal of information. We got to talk to the owners about how their cars actually work.
Event coverage, Budget 2 category. Third place, 2017 Wellesley STEM Expo, Rama K. Ramaswamy and Tyler Hertzen, Wellesley Media Corporation. Second place, Stoughton High School Boys Basketball versus Randolph, C.J. Mullen and Jeffrey Paquette, Stoughton Media Access Corporation. And our first place winner, 0K Road Race, Jack Tolman, Norwood Community Media.
Joining me now is Ted Mulvihill, the commander of the Norwood American Legion, and they're really running this event. So, Ted, what do you expect today?
Well, you know, I'm hoping for some great participation, Jack. We are very proud, American Legion, Norwood American Legion Post 70, that we are the only ball club at any level in Norwood where the kids do not pay to play. We fully fund the entire team, uniforms, insurance, umpires, baseballs, equipment, the whole 9 yards. It's all on our members. So in order to do that, we need to request the assistance of the community. And the objective is to raise funds for the teams. We are funding a junior team as well. So, you know, each club costs a couple $1,000 to fully fund. So our junior team and our senior team require financial assistance, and that's the objective today.
Event coverage, I'm sorry, that was a single camera event coverage. This is event coverage now multiple camera. In the Budget 1 category, third place, boys varsity football versus Westwood. Bruce Guilfoy, Lisa Hedrick, and Don Cronin, Holliston Cable Access Incorporated. Second place, South High Spotlight, GNPS TV students, Robert Zahn, Director, GNPS TV. And our first place winner, Market Days 2017, Justin Scarelli and the Concord TV staff, Concord TV.
You guys enjoying Market Days?
Yeah!
I like all of the free stuff at Market Days.
Oh, yeah.
We got a ton of favorite free things. Well, we're getting a lot of stickers.
Seeing everybody from Concord get together and have fun. Like, I was just at the ice cream place and there's a bunch of music and stuff. And everyone's just together and it's awesome.
Well, my husband actually has a booth, leather crafter. He's a leather crafter, so he's here for the 3 days. And we've come up. My mum's visiting from England, so we thought we'd bring her to Concord.
Hi, so I'm not Justin, but unfortunately he couldn't make it here with us today, so I'm accepting the award on his behalf. I know that this win was completely unexpected, but it's well-deserved. He did a great job putting the video together, and we really just want to thank all the judges of the event coverage category and the ACM. We really appreciate this award, and I know he does too, so thank you.
Event coverage, multi-cameras, Budget 2 division, third place, North TV Sports, Chris Miller and Peter Gay, North TV. Second place, 2017 New Bedford Half Marathon, New Bedford Cable Network, New Bedford, Massachusetts. And our first place winner, the 2017 Lowell Kinetic Sculpture Race, Diane Steimel, Chelmsford Telemedia.
Human-powered all-terrain sculptures.
This race isn't possible without incorporating science, technology, engineering, math, and the arts.
It has 20 to 25 rolls of Duck brand duct tape holding it together, fluorescent yellow, and one big duck that we call Phil.
There's an award for biggest splash into the water. There's the Grand Mediocrity Award, which signifies that you were pretty much about average.
They will be going through the 50-foot-long mud pit.
That's going to probably be the trickiest part.
Last year, you might recall that I got crippled at the mud pit.
It's big enough that we can just climb inside of it and crawl forwards like a big hamster ball.
So I love this event. It's my favorite event. And every year, this was the third year this year, I gather as many volunteers as I can, and we go and we cover this event. And so to see kids and friends, they are inspired, they want to join their families and create new machines. I asked one person, you know, why she did it. And she said her friends had a machine that needed to be saved. The year before, she said she was inspired by the failure. And I kind of love that idea, inspired by the failure. So here's to thousands of people coming out and cheering on the artists and the nerds. I just thought that was great. Thanks.
Next category, news and magazine format in the Budget 1 division. Third place, headliner, The News of Marblehead. John Caswell, headliner news team, Marblehead Community Access and Media. Second place, The News Project, Adam McKeever, Greater Northshire Access Television. And our first place winner, Talk of the Town, Mark Ducci and George Cox, Acton TV.
6-year-old Cooper Martin was diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor in early December of 2016. He underwent a successful 8-hour surgery at Boston Children's Hospital to remove the tumor. Super Cooper, as his friends and family refer to him, was very excited to be throwing out the first pitch of the game.
We are here at the Coach vs. Cancer for the American Cancer Society event here at Acton Boxborough High School with Cooper. How old are you, Cooper?
6.
And what are you looking forward to seeing? You like baseball?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about baseball?
Throwing out pitches.
First, I just want to say thank you to Karen and Jim and everyone on the festival and awards committee. This is a great event, and really appreciate all the hard work that you put into this. And what a cool venue here at Proctor's. I've never been to Schenectady before. It's a great place. So this show started in 2015, and wanted to put together some kind of a news program for Acton and the surrounding areas. And it was a little bit different when it first started. And when I brought in George Cox, he sort of took the show and ran with it and made it the show that it is today. And it's an incredible show that we show off all the great things happening in Acton and the local surrounding towns, and really couldn't do it without this guy, George Cox.
Well, thank you, Mark, for hiring me. I appreciate it. I just want to say it's really 4 people who produce the show. It's the staff and our wonderful volunteers. It really could not be possible without our members. So I'd like to share this award with our members. And thank you very much. Appreciate it.
News and magazine format, Budget 2 category. Third place, LTC News, LTC Staff, Lowell Telecommunications Corporation. Second place, Quincy in Focus, Elizabeth Campbell, Jonathan Caleri, and Mark Crosby, Quincy Access Television. And our first place winner, Globetrotter TV, John Haggins.
You know, you have the leaves, and when they're dry, they give off a fragrant bouquet. They also add good flavor.
Very nice. And as a chef does cook with the team. It's one specialty of the south of France.
It's adds a little touch, a little something extra. I think it's really wonderful. And then next comes the lamb. Nothing I love more than little lamb chops. Oh my God. Beautiful.
Hi everyone. Obviously I am not John Haggins, but I am Elise Anand, accepting this award on behalf of John. John is an amazing community producer at our TV station, Brooklyn Free Speech, and also Brick in Brooklyn. He does amazing work. He's been doing this show on our channels probably, 15, 20 years maybe that long. He writes a book about his travels. He's gone to Ghana. He's traveled all across the globe, talking about travel and all the things that he loves so much. I support him tremendously and as much as I can in putting his work in our emails and buying his books, but I'm so proud and so pleased to accept this award on his behalf. He's an amazing human being, and I'm so happy and proud that he's a part of the Brick family. So thank you for acknowledging and supporting John.
Every year, the Alliance for Community Media Northeast Region likes to present some special awards to recognize individuals and organizations that sort of go above and beyond serving their community. We're at the point of our program now we'll be recognizing our special awards winner. Our first award today is the Chuck Sherwood Leadership Award. This award recognizes an individual whose commitment, experience, and/or accomplishments have made a significant contribution to the preservation and growth of PEG media in their community, state, or beyond. At this time, I'd like to invite Erica Jones, the chair of the Northeast Region Board of Directors, to present this year's award winner. Erica?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here as well.
Karen Hayden is one of the most deserving individuals of this award for so many reasons. For this event, just number one off the bat, this is a tremendous amount of effort, volunteer effort, remind you, that goes into planning this festival event that you're here, and also with the help of Jim Palmer, of course. But it takes a big leadership role to make this possible, of all the logistics, and the number of years that Karen was the chair of the Alliance for Community Northeast region, which she passed the torch on to me this past year. She was an incredible mentor for me personally, and saw a lot of skill sets in myself that she helped to guide me along the way, and it is something I'm very tremendously appreciative of. And also, she's a fantastic friend and great listener, and I love her laugh always. And it's infectious, and it's really important to have someone like you in anyone's life, really. So I love you, Karen Hayden. Come on over here, and let's give her a round of applause. Now you can all watch us take our picture. So
I'll say a few words. You get that figured out. You get that figured out. Okay. Thank you. It is nice sometimes to just have people say thank you, and I hope that this event, the way that we do it, helps all of you say thank you to the people that help you make these great programs, and also share the stories. I love hearing the stories that are behind the videos, because I hope that that also inspires others to maybe look in their own community and say, oh, there's a need. Maybe we should make a video like that too. Being a part of this board, the best part is really all the friends you make. Yeah, all the friends you make. And they helped me through some tough times in the last few years, and I really want to thank them for this recognition, and I hope that all of you have great moments in your life as well, because this is one of mine. Thank you.
Our next special award recognition today is the Rika Welsh Community Impact Award. This is an award presented to an individual or a group or an organization that has provided a specific impact within their community using community media. And to introduce our winner this year, we have a video presentation. So let's run that right now.
We're back. And now I would like to introduce
So you wanted him to be in an action shot, really.
Well, this horse didn't. And look at all, and that is.
Well, that's for anyone who wants to know the
okay.
I matter.
You matter.
We all matter.
Sally was nominated for the Rika Welsh Community Impact Award because she embodies the vision and purpose of community media in its purest form, a tool for educating, informing, and building community. Over the course of 13 years as a volunteer producer at GNET TV, Sally produced 150 shows, including numerous specials and 4 series. Sally truly utilized community media to help others. You can see this reflected in her show titles: Celebrate Ourselves, The Good News Show, Caring Connections, and Let's Talk. Sally's programs were an institution in our community. Her work was a way to share perspectives, provide understanding, and always focused on empowering others. She offered an opportunity for countless organizations and individuals to share their message and further their cause and their dreams. She inspired so many in our community to become involved with GNET TV as volunteers, producers, contributors, and viewers. She single-handedly brought more people into the GNET TV studio than anyone ever associated with the organization.
Talking to people, you know, hearing their story, sharing their story. It's really about them. It's about what they have. We have such an amazing community. We have so many fabulous people here. And just to let them share who they are, what they do, it's just been an incredible gift for me. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Oh my God, you know, and I stop and I say, okay, this is the last show, I'm not coming back. And then something happens, or somebody calls me, or something excites me. And I think, I gotta share this. I wanna share this. It's so funny because, you know, I'll do a show and I'll think, it was okay, it was not so good. But people will tell me. They'll be, you know, I'll see them at shows and they'll say, in that show, I really didn't like that. or you gotta do a little better than that. Or, you know, your hair looked terrible. Or, you know, people are so honest. And
Sally's energy is infectious. Her commitment to others is relentless. Her compassion is inspirational. We wish her well on her media-making journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our Rika Welsh Community Impact Award, Sally Gibney.
I'm sure my friends at GNAT are going to not believe that I'm speechless for once in my life. I am so touched and so humbled and so overwhelmed by this. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much to my dearest friends and family at GNAT, Tammy and Haas and Ann and Andrew and all of you. You've just given me so much more than I've given, and I'm very, very humbled by this, and I thank you all so much.
Our final award of our special awards presentation is the Brian Wilson Mentor Award, which is given to an individual who has served as an inspiration and a mentor to others in PEG Media. And this year's winner of the Brian Wilson Mentor Award is Matt Bellafiore. Yeah, please say a few words.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Paris. No, that's okay. I'm from the news producer at HC Media in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and I nominated Matt, so we just drove up this morning to get here for this, which was a nice, fun, rainy drive. But, so when I first got an email from ACM Northeast asking for nominations for these special awards, which I think was back in probably 2013-14, as soon as I saw the Mentor Award, I said, oh my gosh, this is Matt, because Matt has mentored so many people at our station, not only myself and the 6 other staff members who are there now, but many people over 22 years, right, at the station. Countless of them have gone on to careers in film and television all over the country. So, and he's always there to help. He goes out of his way, you know, overtime, you know, extra hours, nights, weekends. He's always there helping people out. So he was perfect, and he got picked, so I'm happy. So come on up. Okay.
Thanks, Lindsay. Thank you very much for nominating me. I was totally surprised when I found out that she had nominated me and that I was receiving an award. I never really thought of myself as I'm going to run out there and be a mentor or whatever, but I guess looking back over all these years, from everybody, pretty much everybody who's on the staff right now, to countless others who have come through, I guess it makes sense, kind of. So it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. And so I'm very humbled. I didn't think I was going to be getting any kind of a special award like this, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause to our special award winners this year. All right, back to our category awards. Up next is Municipal and Government Programming. In the Budget 1 division, there was no third place winner. Our second place winner was Winter Basketball Registration, Josh Hardy at Concord TV. And our first place winner, Public Safety Roundtable, John Caswell, Chief Robert Picarello, and Chief Jason Galland, Marblehead Community Access and Media.
Hi, we're Stone and Fire. We are serving a stuffed potato with macaroni cheese and pulled pork, corn souffle, and a Texas-style jambalaya.
Hi, we're from the Essex Fire Department. We have homemade Maryland crab cakes with a Chardonnay sauce and a tartar sauce, and we made a Brussels sprout gumbo type of deal with bacon, Brussels sprouts, and maple syrup for a little bit of sweetness.
Is this the way you guys eat all the time?
No, it's not. This is a special occasion for us. So,
who comes up with the ideas for these?
We all work together as a group. We've been doing this since day one, all 9 years we've been here, and it's been the same group of us every year. So we usually come up with different ideas all the time to make things interesting.
We'll be serving a Guinness beef stew today, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, Municipal and Government Programming, Budget 2 category, third place, Quincy Recreation Department's Dog Days of Summer, Mark Crosby and Barry Welch, Quincy Recreation Department. Second place, Driving Peabody Forward with Mayor Betancourt, July 2017. Gus Margiotta, Matt McHugh, Casey Smerzinski, and Morgan Liakos, Peabody TV. And our first place winner, City View Affordable Housing, Shauna Fell and Susan Fleischman.
We're about to talk with Ethan Sobel here on Bay State Road, who also used the program to purchase this unit. He brings a different perspective as a household of one.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Ethan, how you doing?
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Thanks. Wow, great place.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. So how long have you lived in Cambridge?
I have lived in Cambridge for almost 5 years, believe it or not, and I've lived in this unit for about a year, come June, so it's been about a year now.
That's great. How'd you hear about the programs offered through the city?
Yeah, so it was funny. I had some friends who had won lotteries, affordable housing lotteries in Boston, and so I was looking in Cambridge if they had similar sorts of systems, and I found out they had a resale pool.
Next up is Music and Performance in the Budget 1 division, third place, Altcast Music, Zeb Schmidt, Brendan Teenan, and Katie DeRico, Open Stage Media. Second place, Concord Original, Aaron Jones, Melissa Sweat, Concord TV. And our first place winner, Charged Up Top 10 Countdown, Episode 9, Young Spaz and Angel Melendez, Access Nashua, Nashua Community Television.
Still on the countdown. It is number 10. She's still taking no names. She's here to win and make her point of music. My girl, Kay Watts. Number 10, don't leave me. Let's go. Listen.
Shit was like, yo.
Listen. The one and only Sean P. Collins. Boo, 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 boo. No, I'm just what's up, bro? What is going on, brother? We have a character in the building.
Well, we're proud to accept this award in the name for Young Spaz and Angel Melendez, the producer. And the reason is that we're very proud of this show because it's the most production for a show that we do, and it takes all of us to deal with it. But my biggest reason that I'm appreciative is that the producer is appreciative of the work we do. And they do an incredible amount of work to share the video and to get exposure for it. We put it up usually around midnight when it's all done edited and put it on YouTube. And the next evening there's 3,500 hits on it because they really work the social media. I'd like to have Dan, our creative director, who's responsible for a lot of the production, just say a couple of words about what we do with it as far as breaking the new tech.
As far as breaking everything. Thank you, ACM, for this. And Angel, when Angel and Young Spaz came to us with this idea, it was big. It was really, really big, and we were afraid that it might be a little too big, but we're never up for that. We never back down from a challenge, and we had we have a great time every time we shoot it. We've leveraged the power of every piece of equipment in our studio, from the TriCaster to Premiere and such, and Harlan does a fantastic job editing the whole thing together, and yeah, it's fantastic. We love it. Thank you all very much.
I'd also like to thank the committee this year. We were a voting station, and we so appreciated the categories as well as the voting criteria. Well done. Thanks.
Music and Performance, the Budget 2 category. Third place, In the Tradition, Alan Kaufman, Arlington Community Media. Second place, Spotlight on the Fine Arts, The Thursdays, Christina Whitsley and Pete Padula, Chelmsford Telemedia. And our first place winner, Aviv Quartet, Marina Grishton, New TV. PSA Short Program up next in the Budget 1 category. Third place, the Stearns Tavern Moves, Judith A. Warren and Sean P. Foley, City of Worcester Cable Services Division, Worcester Government Television. Second place, Western Playhouse of Walker Farm, Okemo Valley Television. And our first place winner, OSM Explore the Schenectady Public Library, Zeb Schmidt, Open Stage Media.
I'm Karen Bradley, the director of the Schenectady County Public Library System. We're comprised of 9 branch libraries located throughout Schenectady County. We currently have 28 full-time employees, 6 of whom are adult services librarians and 5 youth services librarians. We also have 77 part-time employees that service all 9 locations. Our county library system began as a city library. In 1949, we moved to become a county library system, and we now have 8 branch libraries located throughout the county. Each branch provides a wide variety of services that really do enhance the quality of life for all the residents of those communities. In addition to serving 154,000 residents of Schenectady County, we're the central library for the entire Mohawk Valley.
Hey, I'm Brendan from Open Stage Media. Thanks to the committee for giving us this award. Thanks to everyone for coming to the conference. Hope you guys had a great time. Thank you to the folks at the library, the Karen and the rest of the staff and volunteers for the cooperation and with us in putting this video together. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks.
PSA and Short Program Budget 2 Division, third place, Peabody Live Murals, Caleb Nealon, Desiree McMahon, Libby Hart, and Audrey Gabriel, Peabody TV. Second place, Peabody Football Working to Make Concussions Part of the Past, Steve Accardi, Peabody TV. And first place, the Cambridge Room, Sean F.L. and Susan Fleischman.
I am the first archivist to oversee a collection that's over 125 years old. So it's a very exciting position to be in because I'm going back through the collections that have been here for 125 years and adding new collections. This collection here is specifically for Cambridge history, in particular documenting the social and political history of Cambridge. History isn't written by those who wrote books, the seminal books. Probably in every town in New England we have sort of the seminal 19th century history of Cambridge. And it goes all the way back to the founding.
School and Educational Program, Budget 1 category is up next. Third place, Pownell Pinhole Photography Project, What's New in the SVSU, Ryan Scott, Catamount Access Television. Second place, Nepal 3.0, Gil Martinez, executive producer, Jose Gomez, co-producer, Darrell Walker, co-producer, Hartford Public High School Academy of Engineering and Green Technology, and our first place winner, Engineering by Design feature, Megan Romine and Noah Lynn, Framingham High School Education Channel.
It's not easy to find a class where there isn't one answer to a problem. In this class, there are an infinite amount of solutions to any problem that we present to our students.
I was interested in the class because all I understood was that you're building things, right? And that's what I love to do. So I wasn't really expecting that art's part of the class, but I liked it now that I took it.
So I signed up for this class because Mr. Withero, I had him last year. He was awesome, so I wanted to see that again. And it's a full year honors science course credit, which is great to get some more science credits, just looks good for college.
School and Educational Program Budget 2. Third place, Wellesley Media Middle School students, Growing Our Own Food Hydroponically, James Joyce Ramaswamy, and Wellesley Media Corporation. Second place, Stoughton High School Class of 2017 Senior Walk, Jeffrey Paquette, Stoughton Media Access Corporation. And our first place winner, Teaching Out, Peabody School Technology, Eleni Mata, Peabody TV.
Technology is constantly growing, and it's making its way into the classroom.
That's something we're really proud of now, is that we've been able to implement the Chromebooks into the schools.
When the Higgins was rebuilt, a tech plan came along with it.
I wanted to make sure that we had the technology that our students needed to succeed.
But it didn't start so easily.
There was not really a central push behind how we're going to use it. It was more like a play.
Jared Haas was part of the wave of teachers trying to figure out how to go about the tech initiative.
I got together a group of other like-minded teachers called the Tech Study Group, and we took a look and we just talked about what we were doing with technology. Todd Busey came up with a vision that we were going to be a one-to-one school.
Our next category is Science, Health, and Spirituality. Budget 1 Division, third place, Facing the End of Life. Chuck Nyron, Marblehead Community Access and Media. Second place, Today in Space, number 4, Alex Orfanos, Norwood Community Media. And our first place winner, Thin, Strong, Healthy, number 4, Gluten, Evil or Not. Cheryl Major, Rob Fredo, and Steve Edwards, Westford Community Access Television Incorporated.
I'm Cheryl Major, and I want to welcome you to Thin, Strong, Healthy. Today on Thin, Strong, Healthy, we're going to talk about gluten. What is it? Why shouldn't you eat it? Or why should you cut back on eating it? And what can you eat instead?
Science, Health, and Spirituality, Budget 2 category. Third place, A Town of Faith, Peter Gay, North TV. Second place, Faith in Your Community, Gayla Bartlett, Ben Thomas, and David Rodriguez, Danvers Community Access Television. And our first place winner, Unspoken Words, Gus Margiota, Desiree McMahon, and the PVMHS Work Study students, Peabody TV.
It's such a good question.
You have another question?
Tough question. Okay. What is something I always wanted to say, but I never had the chance to?
Probably telling someone that I secretly like that I like them, but not telling them.
One thing I've always wanted to say, but I never got the chance to, is I appreciate you.
Probably hello to my grandfather, who passed away before I got to meet him.
Probably to ask my mother, who passed away, about her experiences being a mother at the age of my children now.
Break up with them.
Student programming is next. Only one division here. A third place winner, Rain or Shine, Teresa McMillan, Nicole Salvatore, and Daniel Driscoll, Quincy Public Schools. Second place, Wilmington Library Summer Bash, Joey DeSario, Wilmington Community Television. And our first place winner, Video Explorers, Silly Newscast and Silent Film, Stoneham Recreation Department, Stoneham TV.
Good morning. I'm Lily with Stoneham News Network.
And I'm Jake. Thank you for joining us.
Breaking news. Tonight's top story involves a mystery of missing lawnmowers. Our ACE reporter Michael is on the case.
Thanks, Lily. I'm here with Detective Grace, who's investigating the case. Why do you think the lawnmowers are missing?
If somebody knew, they wouldn't need me to investigate. Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this.
When did they go missing?
They went missing on Monday afternoon. It always has to be a Monday.
What do you think happened?
I think someone stole them to avoid doing their chores.
Oh no! Thank you for your time and good luck on your investigation. Back to you, Jake.
Thank you. I hope the search goes well.
Thank you very much. I'm Amy Bro-Palmerino, and I'm very fortunate to work in such a great industry. So thank you so much for doing these awards and doing such great programming. I grew up in the Capital District, so this was awesome that it came here finally, and my grandfather grew up in Schenectady, so this is extra special for us to be here. Working with our community is so important, and working with such young, creative, energetic people is something that always gives me energy and helps me think in a different way. And this particular group we were working with the recreation department for the first time, and we just kind of sit back and they roll with things. And Paula Camargo has so much patience to work with these children that come up with these ideas, and she's going to talk a little bit about some of the things they did.
Hi, thank you for this award. Thank you for this wonderful event. Amy says it takes a lot of patience, but the kids are so great to work with. They energize me too, and watching what they do, watching what they create, and watching what they write and what it turns into is something I wish I had when I was their age. So it's so neat and so special to get to go to work and work with these children who love doing what they do, and I love watching them do what they do. So thank you for the opportunity to open the doors for them to showcase their love of acting and filming and this industry.
Sports programming, Budget 1 Division, third place, Belmont Football 2017, First Look 3.0, Lucas Tragos, Belmont Media Center. Second place, MHS Sports on MHTV, John Caswell, MHTV Sports Crew, Marblehead Community Access and Media. And our first place winner, Bocce 2017, Marblehead Council on Aging, James Maroney, Marblehead Community Access and Media.
We have 10, they have 7. We could do it this time, get 3 points, win the game.
Oh. One nice one. It's all right. There we go. 3-3. One more. High game. One more. We get one more. High game. No, that's no good.
It is now tied. That happened so fast. So now we're in a vicious competition.
Absolutely perfect. Another good member of our team.
That's going to be the winner.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes.
No!
Sports programming, Budget 2 category. Third place, AB Colonials Football, Rick Dagon, Mark Shire, and Tim Lato, Acton TV. Second place, Us, We, Together Forever, episode number 1, Jeffrey Paquette and CJ Mullen, Stoughton Media Access Corporation. And our first place winner, Schwitzen with Norm, episode 6, Suzanne Richard and Norm Meltzer, New Bedford Cable Network.
We're on the road for this show for our demonstrations this week and maybe next show as well. We are at the newly christened Bobby Watkins Fitness Center at New Bedford High. Spectacular room, which we will get you a glimpse of in a minute. But for those that don't know, Bobby Watkins is sort of a local legend. For you kids out there who may not be familiar with Bobby Watkins, we have this great little film, video that Sue put together for the ribbon cutting ceremony. And so, roll it.
Building a great facility was important, but we also had to say something else. We had to name the place after somebody that we wanted our student athletes to emulate. Someone whose standard of excellence on the field and off the field would be something that our kids could look up to.
Profile Talk Show, Budget 1 category. Third place, Story Makers, Scott Cushing, 4 Village Studio. Second place, Dog Talks, Donna Giroux and Chico Eastridge, Community Access Television. And our first place winner, Community Forum, Tiny House Festival comes to Stoughton. Gina Coe, Steve Kelly, and Jeffrey Paquette, Stoughton Media Access Corporation. Profile Talk Show Budget 2 category. Third place, Where's Wilmington? Lisa Capalla, Wilmington Community Television. Second place, Main Street Westford, Dawn Trask Speaks on Opioids. Joyce Polino Crane, Lauren Horton, and Patty Stocker, Westford Community Access Television. And our first place winner, Norwood Digest Special Edition, Norwood Day 2017, Brian Boudreau, Norwood Community Media.
Don't miss Lights, Camera, Summer next year. Look for it in the spring to sign up. On 3, Happy Norwood Day. 1, 2, 3.
Happy Norwood Day!
Awesome. And now let's see some of the highlights from Lights, Camera, Summer.
Hit record. All right, and 3, 2, 1.
General Talk Show is now up. Our Budget 1 division winners. Third place, the Veterans Forum, Amelia K. DeVore, Bob Stevens, and Paul Hathaway. Access New Hampshire, Access Nashua Community Television. Second place, the Antique Road Test, Walter Gosden and John Salemo, 4 Village Studio. And our first place winner, Community Forum, Little Theater of Stoughton, Hercules Preview, Gina Coe and Steve Kelly, Stoughton Media Access Corporation.
So if you've just tuned in, I'm here with the 3 muses of Hercules. So what are the uses of the muses? Tell me.
We're basically the narrators of the story, and we sing a lot, so yeah.
So this is Vandy,
Yes.
and you're Jenna.
I'm Jenna, yeah.
And that's Allie.
Yes.
Right? So what is it that a muse, you say that you're the narrators or the tellers of the tale. How do you do that?
Well, a lot of the times we're in the background of different scenes, kind of like reacting to things, and there's also a couple like lines before, and we are kind of explaining what's going on and stuff, and a lot of the songs the same thing, kind of narrating it, so.
General Talk Show Budget 2 category, third place, Commissioner's Corner, Boston Parks and Recreation, David Burt, Lois Leonard, and Joe Cusack, Boston City TV. Second place, Inside Watertown, Samantha Dudley and Ashley Hardy, WCA TV. And our first place winner, NPA TV Sports Extra, September 2017 edition, Mike Maloof, Norwood Community Media.
You've been part of this NPA growing up and watching it grow, and you got yourself into sports. You've been in here talking about the stuff you've done for the UNH hockey team. I understand, though, that just recently you were able to kind of move up to the big time there for ESPN.
Yeah, it was a really great opportunity. It kind of happened relatively quickly. So UNH Broadcast Production, the company that I work for, they signed a contract saying our firm is going to produce 50-plus ESPN games varying by different sports. So last weekend, UNH Volleyball had their annual tournament that they hold at this time of the year. So we did all three of UNH's home games on ESPN3, which is basically their online streaming service.
About access and community media, up next in our Budget 1 category. Third place, the Sparrow Falling Release News, Zachary Maxwell Turner, Sal Del Greco, and Freeman Quinn, WPAA-TV and Community Media Center. Second place, Lower Cape TV Promo, Teresa Martin, Lower Cape Community Access Television. And our first place winner, Everywhere You Watch, Justin Scarelli, Melissa Sweat, Concord TV staff, Concord TV.
Concord TV is filmed to serve a live studio audience. Wake up, Concord TV staff. What's on the agenda for today's meeting?
You called this meeting, Josh.
Yes, but before my list of gentle requests is addressed, I want to give everybody a chance to chime in.
Well, I think that...
So how are we doing on the TriCaster update?
How rude.
All good to go. She's purring like a harlot.
Terrific. So we'll have dual monitors and it'll give me more to clean.
Have mercy.
And where are we on the Concord On Air video?
Did somebody say video?
Hi, everybody. I'm Josh Hardy. I'm the station manager of Concord TV, and we have Melissa Sweat, who you met earlier, Emmett Collins, Mike O'Mara. Not all the staff were able to make it, but I can say I'm very proud of our staff for the work that we've done. And really in particular on this video, Melissa and Justin, who was not able to attend today, really did the heavy lifting on this video. They came up with the script, came up with an original song, and all kinds of things like that. So Melissa's going to tell you just a little bit about the project since she did so much work on it.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, so Justin and I came up with this idea. Hey, you know what would be really fun? Fuller House is coming out on Netflix, so let's do a Full House parody. And I have to say, when we pitched the idea to these guys, I was like, hey, I want you to be John Stamos and Bob Saget from the 80s. And they were like, cool. They were so on board to do it. And I have to say, I'm so lucky to work with people who are such good sports. And if I pitch an idea to them, totally support it 100%. Also, as the only female production staff member, I have to say I work with the best group of guys, Justin included, who unfortunately couldn't be here, as Josh stated. They are like brothers to me. They've become my best friends. I'm so lucky that I get to go to work every day with such an amazing group of people. So thank you so much for just being so awesome. And thank you to the ACM. We really appreciate this. Thank you.
About access and community media, Budget 2 category, third place, Impressions, Leo Mahoney, Shane R. Bruno, Community Television for the Southern Berkshires. Second place, Tour of BCTV and WBNH, Jill Tokak, Bill Jennings, Chris Gentry, Bedford, New Hampshire, Community Television. And our first place winner, Star Wars, May the Media Be With You. Ron Cox, James Mudge, MATV staff, MATV, Malden's Media Center.
Well, this is it, Luke. Be prepared. It's going to be pretty raunchy inside.
I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Are you sure you're up to this, kid?
Remember, Luke, the media is inside you. Let your voice rise from within.
Okay, all right. I can do this. Come on. Let's go in and save the universe.
Hello, everyone. I'm Han Duo, and this here is Luke Skyrunner.
Well, first of all, I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I work in a career that I love, community media. And second, I have the greatest staff in the world. And this is a chance to put all my staff in the video. And the first time we ever did that. And second, the last scene you just saw a piece of was we invited anybody that wanted to come to be part of a video to come on down to Mystic Station, show up in a costume, and you got to be in it. And we had 25 people show up, so it was incredible. But again, I want to thank, this is a great idea of rewarding people who do community media. And I want to thank the ACM Northeast Region. They do a great job. Karen does a great job. And Erica, where are you over there? So thank you so much on behalf of my staff, the board of directors, and everybody involved at MATV. I have one of my staff members right here who actually played one of the stormtroopers, Guillermo Hamlin.
Thank you. I'll keep this quick so we can wrap it up, but I've had such a great time here. I'd like to thank the Alliance for Community Media Northeast Region for subtly endorsing our copyright infringement. But what I really enjoy, what I really love about it is the fact that it was an opportunity to really fulfill, not in just a meta sense, but to really fulfill the name of community media by engaging in media, by asking our community to be a part of it. It's everything we want to do, and moving forward, I think it's a great shining star. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Let's get home.
All right, our final set of categories for the afternoon are our overall excellence awards, broken down by budget size. Our first overall excellence awards winner is in the category of under $200,000, Bedford TV.
I've been backstabbed, left jabbed, in the eye pulled down, nearly drowned, a riptide bound up, in a room with kryptonite. I survive, I thrive, 'cause I am the woman of steel. I am the woman of steel. I am the woman of steel. Yeah, I've been clotheslined, strung up, by my thumb shot down from the sky, stood up, turned around, the sucker punch in the gut. I survived. I've been backstabbed, left jabbed, in the eye pulled down, nearly drowned, a riptide bound up, in a room with kryptonite. I survived. I thrive. Woman of steel.
Overall excellence in the budget category of $201,000 to $350,000, Marblehead Community Access and Media.
First thing we do is we turn to people and say, welcome to Marblehead. Where are you from? What interests do you have? And once they say, I have this, this, and this, now the map makes sense because you're telling them to go someplace and suggesting how to use their time wisely when they're in Marblehead, as well as how to find a parking space.
Make no mistake, what happened on the seawall is not about politics. It is about one thing. It is a criminal act of hate. When this community is challenged with hate, we rise up. We show up, we come here, and that's what today is about. That's how communities are judged.
Citizens of Marblehead, we're looking for recruits. Anyone who wants to join General Glover's regiment, we need you to sign up. We will give you compensation, and we'll also give you consignment papers and a musket. Now, to be part of this army, you had to have 2 teeth. To be able to pull out, be able to cut off this cartridge. So I'm going to have to check all your teeth to see if you have 2 teeth.
Fidget spinners, I know a lot of people and YouTubers use them for toys, which, I mean, I can understand. They're really cool. I mean, I've got one myself. I got a couple of them, actually. But realistically, I don't feel like it's fair for schools and other workplaces to ban them.
We can pull ourselves along with the ice pick on the paddle. If we happen to get into some open water, areas that haven't frozen, we can go back to using the regular paddle. It's attached, so if we happen to drop it, it doesn't float away. And then once we get to the victim, we can load them onto the sled.
Overall excellence in the budget category of $351,000 to $500,000, Worcester Government Television.
Welcome to the city of Worcester, where diversity works.
Welcome to the city of Worcester.
Welcome to Worcester. Welcome to Worcester, where diversity works.
Mirë se erdhët në qytetin e Worcesterit, një qytet ku punon diversiteti.
Bienvenido a la ciudad de Worcester, donde diversidad funciona.
Bienvenidos a Worcester, donde somos orgullosos de nuestra diversidad.
Добро пожаловать в Worcester, наш многонациональный город.
Welcome to the city of Worcester, where diversity works.
And for the boys to offer bouquets of flowers to girls they wanted to call on.
This is a cross-cultural experience where we exchange knowledge about ourselves. Theater embraces all aspects of life. We are learning a lot, and we are meeting people who have been to Ghana before, and anytime we meet them, it's so nostalgic. It makes us have more zeal to want to expose what we have.
It really is about providing these exposures, these opportunities to the kids in high school, and really so they can see from a career point of view what you have to do to be successful in this career. But like I said earlier, what other skill sets do you need to develop to be successful in other careers? Skills that students learn in the acting classes and the presentations that they do, those are skills that will serve them well in really any career they have as well.
And it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor falls, and the major is the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Well, now's my opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to the AMC Northeast and the Awards Committee for recognizing our station for everything that we got today. Thank you so much. And I want to, speaking on behalf of the Executive Director, Judy Warren. We want to thank the city manager of Worcester, who's Edward Augustus, who is so supportive of everything we do in the city, and the mayor, Joseph M. Petty. They always stand behind us and appreciate the work. And I want to thank the staff that I work with. I'm accepting on behalf of them. And Matt DeCero and Sean Foley couldn't be here today, but the four of us, we work hard to make good videos in Worcester. Thank you.
Overall excellence in the budget category of $501,000 to $750,000, Beverly Community Access Media.
Those on Facebook and those of you that are watching on YouTube, or those that are going to be watching this later on TV here in the local area, this is this week's edition of the Get Your Geek On podcast on Friday the 13th, 2017. As always, we're your hosts, Chuck Hewatts,
Robert Dokes, Anthony Arsenio.
And we are so excited to say that after a 4-month hiatus, the CW shows have returned. Triumphant return was made this week by all of the shows, but we will get to that segment later.
Okay, there he is. Now he's got to dry up a little bit, so we'll leave him like that, because the true white will not come out right away. You know, it has to have a little bit heavier cover. There. So we'll put another one here. Another one here. Another one here. Now that's the tummy.
This is Beverly High School, a place with over 120 years of football.
Yes, thank you, ACM Northeast, and thank you, judges. Usually Peabody wins this award, but I think, Jim, we were in a different budget category this year. So, we were very thrilled when we got the news that we won this, and on behalf of incredibly talented and dedicated producer base, I want to thank the ACM and thank you for this award. Thank you.
And finally, the winner of overall excellence in the budget category of over $751,000, Quincy Access Television.
QATV Studio Ed plays home to numerous productions from city officials and also those of the county. One regular user is a Norfolk County District Attorney, Michael Morrissey, in his show, Norfolk County Prevention Coalition. Recently, the District Attorney has been highlighting on his show the efforts to prevent opioid addiction, including one show in 2017 about new opioid dangers.
I'm Danny Girls. I'm the Education Coordinator at East Care Ambulance in Boston, Massachusetts. And I'm here with Officer Doherty.
Officer Scott Doherty from the Quincy Police Department, and this is my K-9 partner, Mace.
I'm here today to show Officer Doherty how to perform CPR on his K-9. Especially with a lot of the overdoses happening, his K-9 does do drug sniffing, and the possibilities of the dog inhaling some of the opiates. So as like a human, you would check for responsiveness. So checking for responsiveness for a dog, you actually want to try to grab in between the toes. They'll be very sensitive. And if that doesn't work, try at the corner of the eye. And if he's not responsive, the dog's unresponsive.
QATV has a close relationship with elected officials on the state level as well. State representatives and our state senator host shows regularly here at QATV. In 2017, State Representative Bruce Ayers had on his show Legislative Update guest Congressman Stephen Lynch from the Massachusetts 8th Congressional District. Topics discussed include those on the national and local level.
Another issue I know that's very important to Quincy and across the South Shore that you've been very active on is the FEMA flood map reviews. Can you talk a little bit about the reauthorization of the National Flood Insurance Program and how this is going to affect some of the people who are living near the wetlands?
Great. Great question, and I want to thank you right off the top, Bruce, for your involvement here. You've been very good on that on the state side, because it really is a partnership.
Let's give one final round of applause to all our winners today. You all did great. Fantastic. Before we leave today, one final request. Unfortunately, a lot of our winners weren't able to come today. If any of you happen to live in a neighboring community where some of our winners were, who are not here today, who won awards, specifically the plaques, if you could do us a favor and maybe take some of those plaques home and share them with those winners who may be in your neck of the woods, please feel free to come up if you know of them, and you can pick up the plaques and take them home on our behalf. So if you could do that and help us out, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I want to again thank you all for coming. Hope you had a great time here today. We wish you all the best. Keep doing the great work you're doing, and we'll see you in 2019. Safe travels.